See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYT Podcast. My name is Taisha Hines, and this is my show where I'll explore the ins and outs of the world around me. You can tune in every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. On tonight's episode, we will learn about love languages and the effect they can have on someone's relationship. I want to thank everyone who participated in the creation of this episode. With that being said, let's get into it. Welcome to the segment that I like to call 212 Degrees, where if you can't take the heat, you might just want to get out the kitchen. Okay? Today, we're talking about love languages. That has been a popular trend I've been seeing on my Instagram feed. So I was like, why not? Me and my friends, we talk about them all the time. So we're going to kick it off and see what y'all know about love languages. Allie, can you tell me what the 5 love languages are?
The 5 love languages?
Yeah.
You know, they had quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, and physical touch.
Okay, so it seems like you know them real good. Bralin, what do you value in a partner?
Just like love and support, being loyal, just showing that you have like that gratitude.
Can you explain to me what a love language is?
I would think a love language is just basically how each individual expresses their love.
What do you think your partner's love language is?
My partner's love language, let me think. Physical touch.
You
Physical touch.
Okay.
Not in a bad way, but it's like he got to touch me to let me know he loves me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything is bad with that. Spending time with people and I'm here and you feel me, you see me, I'm here. You're like, that's how I express mine too. What do you think it says about you? Like, how do you feel about that when you got your results? Like, were you surprised at your results?
Not really. I wasn't too surprised that I got quality time. And yeah, physical touch was like my second one. So.
Right.
Honestly, no, I wasn't surprised. And I'm not really a materialistic person. So it's like, I don't really expect nothing or, that's why I wasn't surprised.
Out of all 5 love languages, which one do you believe most women have or show?
I would say probably receiving gifts.
You think so? Why you say that?
I don't know if you've seen it, Taisha, but I've seen it. There's just been a whole battle about who can receive the best Birkin bag or whatever. Just gotta receive something, and then women boast about what their man got for them, whether it's like a car, a nice purse. It's just, this generation is I just see a lot of women competing about whose man got them the best gift.
I do understand what you're saying. It does feel somewhat like a battle, on social media. I do see that. In all actuality, most people don't even have it like that. So it's they're probably living beyond their means in a sense, just to keep up with everybody else. But everybody really just put on somewhat of a clown face, this is me, but it's really not. They fronting. But I mean, people gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. So
I have some people that I used to be cool with, and they really just cared about what the man got them, or how much they could get out of them, materialistically, or
so in a
money.
sense, are you saying they were gold diggers?
No, I don't want to call them gold diggers, but I don't want to say that, but
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of see it on social media, but it's just all about these people. Well, some of them like celebrities, so I mean they can do that. And if you got the bag for it, then I mean that's cool. But I think some people look too deep into it, and I feel like it's the act that you provide for them, and if you give them something from the kindness of your heart, that's how they should look at it.
But most people not taking it like that. They oh, I can get this and this and this, and he's still gonna do it for me no matter what. That's crazy.
I think I can get that Birkin bag, but nah, I have to settle for that Michael Kors till we get to that point.
Right. How did your parents communicate their love while you were growing up?
I would say probably quality time. Most of the times they both would work, and they were in the education system. So pretty much when they had time, they would go to a restaurant or go to a nice little concert or quality time between them two. Probably the best, yeah.
Do you think you picked up on their ways of showing love?
I guess you say part of that, and then I guess other friends or things that I learned about myself I picked from. But I couldn't say it was just strictly from my parents.
I would say acts of service, really. like helping out, double team or 50-50.
I like that in a partner because I
Uh-huh.
feel like us a lot of people who kind of expect for their partner to get them by their hand and bring them up. It's sad to say sometimes, I think, because I feel like as a couple, you should try and embrace each other and like uplift each other at the same time. Don't leave nobody behind, but don't try to make somebody do all this extra stuff like, oh, if I'm with you, you got to pay the bills, you got to give me food, you got to buy me presents, you always trying to get something from somebody. So I like that about your parents, that they try to go 50-50 on everything. That's pretty dope.
And I feel like most females think within a relationship that the male has to do more, or it should be like women doing less and then the man, oh, they got to do this, they got to pay for my nails, they got to pay for my hair. Mm-hmm. Like they got to do like, oh, if you're not doing that, you're not for me. Like,
but I will say, I think with those type of women, maybe they value receiving gifts, which is a love language. So that's probably how they want to receive love, with gifts, to be like, I am appreciated and you see me, you're paying attention to me, so you know that I like to get my nails done, so you're going to show me love by doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a way, I can't fault them, because it's like how some people be like, oh, if you just want physical touch, then why do you want me? But that's the way they show, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way they show love. That's the way I show love, So I can't fault anybody on that part. But I do see what you're saying when it becomes more about themselves and like they're not reciprocating that love, because at the end of the day, you still have to look at your man and be like, okay, how can I also cater to you on a level,
So how are you supposed to cater to a man?
You gotta learn his love language. You gotta see how he want to be loved, and you do that through paying attention to what he says, how he treats you, how he acts when you do certain things, and you take mental notes and be like, okay, I know he likes when I do this, so I will do that more to show him that I am paying attention to him. How did you figure out your partner's love language? Like, did you find out all at once? Did it take some time? How did that come about?
I would say over time, because I feel like most relationships, like right when you're in the peak, everything is so butterflies, peaches and cream, like just everything is so bubbly. So of course there's going to be like a lot of, at first, physical touch, because even on my part, I was physical as well,
yeah,
right in the spark of the moment. So I noticed it over time, after we got out of that phase, and just being around each other all the time. And I just knew that's how he likes to show his love to me. Like, he's just physical.
Can you rate the love languages in order from most important to least important?
Let's see. Quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts.
Why did you rate that one to be last?
Because I feel like it starts with like the bond that y'all have. You want to show your appreciation instead of like doing it through gifts.
Allie, if you had to rate those in order from most important to least, which one would you rate?
Of course, quality time would be first, then acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, and then of course the last one I would say is receiving gifts.
Y'all not messing with the gifts.
Yeah.
It's okay. I understand that. That's cool. What do you think the most common love language is?
I would say acts of service and receiving gifts.
Okay. Yeah. Why would you say that?
Well, from what I see, they like giving gifts, of course. People like to be shown that they're appreciated and loved, so they do it through spoiling with gifts, showing that they care about them, and then it kind of ties in with acts of service. So I see many couples like do many romantic acts, showing that they thinking about them or like they're on their mind. So,
would you be surprised if I told you that the number one love language was words of affirmation?
Yeah, I would, kind of, but I kind of see it. Like with older people, older generation.
Do you attempt to satisfy your partner's love language requirements, or are you more concerned about how yours are fulfilled?
Me personally, since I'm such a caring person, I would say I care more about if theirs are fulfilled.
Okay. What makes you a caring person? Like, what aspects do you bring to the table to like let people know like, hey, I care about you?
Like, just, being there, or if my partner, like, he could ask me for anything, no matter what situation he's in, he will be the first one to call me. Sticking with him, like, I'll just put my stuff on hold just to make sure he's straight.
Does gender play a role in how we love and learn to love?
It depends on who you're raised by. Like, if you were raised by males, you learn to be dominant. Women, it's kind of like being more nurturing and caring for your partner. So I think, like, just learning both roles, yeah.
I find that interesting that you say that, because in a relationship, I do feel dominant, but I was definitely raised by my dad and my mom. I feel like I'm more dominant than I am nurturing. Yeah, I just thought that was a cool little tidbit that you said that, because I kind of disagree. I think that we learn and pick up on things in our environment, even outside of our household. We pick and choose, like, hey, I actually like how this makes me feel. Like, being in control makes me feel like I'm doing something. Feeling like a leader makes me feel better, because I feel like I can steer people in a better direction, whether they take my advice or they don't. What is one thing that we can learn from the older generation when it comes to love?
From my perspective, like, all they want is for family to be together. I just get a sense from grandparents, like, they're just from my family, they was just always loving, having quality time, not just with each other, but with the whole family.
Yeah.
It just, like, sprinkling that love on a bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe older people don't cheat or didn't cheat.
Ooh.
You what?
I don't know. See, I wasn't there for the whole 30 years, so but it just be seeming so loving and just peace. Like, the whole relationship is at peace.
I definitely don't believe that. I don't believe that there can be that long of a period without anybody stepping out or doing somebody else dirty or doing whatever the case is, because I come from yes, ma'am. I come from a very well mixed family. So I don't believe that. I don't believe that you could do that. It don't matter how much you love somebody. Sometimes curiosity comes in and they show you, like, hey, this is what you could have. Some people can't resist temptation. And even if you do, sometimes temptation still comes and knock at your door. And sometimes you might let it in sometimes. So I won't say that through that many years. I mean, because I've only been alive for 22. So let's be real. Like, I've been alive for a long time. Yes, ma'am. My birthday just passed this Monday. I'm 22 years old. So it's like...
Oh, yeah, because since the one that always played with me about your age.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about that right now. We talking about how you think that grandparents don't cheat.
The reason why I think that is because, from my perspective, when I would go to my grandparents' house, everything would just seem so lovey, just peaches and cream.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't believe in that. What is one thing that you don't agree about how the older generation handles relationships?
Where women weren't really having the opportunity to just, travel or, like, do certain things. They was always in the house, being not a housewife, but, like, just cooking, cleaning and all that. And then now our generation is like, you see a lot of women being like entrepreneurs, building themselves. So definitely. I guess having them like just locked up in the house, like just having like have fun, go travel, turn up with your homegirls, just things like that. Yeah, we're in different times now. So
it was a different time in history where it was more so like, hey, we need to have kids. We need them to help around the house. We have to raise them to be great citizens and teach them to be good people, Women even would, get paid less if they went and got a job. People don't see them as qualified as a man at times. So it's like, it was hard for women to just go out and be like, hey, I'm going to help my family by actually providing for them financially. What is something you would tell your siblings who are starting to date?
Since they're boys,
Oh, no, I don't. Please inform me since they're boys.
Come on, Taisha.
No, you come on, Allie. Oh, so are you a firm believer in boys will be boys?
Girl, yes.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
Of course, boys, they gonna explore, dash a little bit here, dash a little bit there. So all I would say is just to strap up. If we gonna be real, I was in high school, and then it's just like amazing. Like half of the people that I went to high school with, already had their baby or whatever. So I would just tell them to strap up.
I feel you. I like the fact that you encouraging safe sex. I do. I encourage that as well. Bralin?
I mean, of course, stay safe, like Ali was saying, but just don't take it serious, because I do know like our generation was like, date intimate. Well, some people think, dating to marry, but you still in high school, so you still got like high school and college. So definitely just learn more about like yourself, because you're gonna get your chances in high school and college together.
I'm just gonna give my little tidbit on it. If I had, I have I have two high school siblings right now. One is a senior, and I want to say the other one is a freshman. One is boy, one girl. So yeah, I would just tell them, stay true to yourself and learn yourself the best way you can. Like, I don't believe everything has to be taught through sex, but even through relationships, like if you see that a person is a certain way and you don't like that, you're not obligated to stay, and you have that right to leave and remove yourself from a situation. How do you feel about the way the media portrays love, and what has it done for our ideas of love?
I'll go first.
Ooh.
I feel like media just feel like it's rushed. You have to, I mean, of course you want to please them, but it's like you're pleasing your audience more so than your partner.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I mean, it's showing, I guess, love is like a short-term thing, not a long-term thing. Because, like she was saying, when you watch like the old generation shows, like there was like that love, that passion for like that couple and their family. So I just feel like now it's just kind of like forced in a way.
Okay, mass media major, I hear you.
Yeah, it's a mass media for me.
No, for real. Ali, how do you feel about it?
I would say, right after you get out of a relationship, it's okay just to jump into another one. Mm-hmm. Or without, the proper realization, or just, taking a step back, and it's just everything. Okay, you done with this, go to the next, pop out with somebody new. Like, I feel like it's just a competition to see how fast can you pop out with somebody new.
I like that. Do you think the media have a strong effect on you and your relationship?
I don't, but I know that I feel like there was a time, we got mad at each other and we posted on social media, and I came to a realization where I feel like we should have never done that. But you live and you learn. I know how the media can take something and run with it, and then people just start making their own ideas. And I just we saw how much a story can change between two people who are literally the only ones who really knows what's going on with each other.
Most definitely. We're gonna wrap it up with this final question to the both of you guys. What would you say to your younger self to help them out with love?
I would tell myself just to relax, and I'm like, even though I know you're a caring person, just remember to always put yourself first as well.
Okay. Bralin, what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah, definitely put yourself first. Don't think too hard about it. Like, just go with the flow. You got a whole life to live ahead of you, but just don't let it cloud your judgment, and just find that person. Just run with it. But it definitely grow yourself as well.
Aww. That is so sweet. I love it.
Well, what would you tell your younger self, Taisha?
You did not have to do that, but I'm gonna answer anyway. I say, hey girl, stay away from that junk. That junk is poison. Let me chill out. But on a serious note, I would just tell myself, don't listen to your friends as much, honestly, because there's been times where you talk to them and they kind of have an influence how you feel about somebody sometime. And even though your dude is down or whatever, you kind of you might lose hope in them, because you're like, dang, this dude he's a loser, he's a dub, you know what I'm saying? So I would just say, know what you want and stick to it, and don't listen to other people, because other people aren't in your relationship. They're just kind of sidelining you, and they're supposed to be there for support. They're not the end goal. The dude that you with is most likely your end goal. That's who you're trying to get with anyway. So that's what I would say. I'd just say stick to your stuff and believe in your relationship, as long as, he's making you happy. I want to thank you guys for coming out today and, talking with me about love languages. Do y'all have any closing remarks or anything else y'all want to say?
I just want to say to anybody who's listening to this, put yourself first, and it's okay. Like, if you're going through something, that's what life is about. We all gonna experience some things within love. You might have a good relationship, you might go through something that's really dramatic, but I would say don't ever stop loving. Loving is just a magical thing. Like, so it's something good to experience, and it's okay if you just have to wait just to find the right person.
Love is a roller coaster, but love is also timeless. So don't rush the time. The universe works in mysterious ways. So just like go with the flow. That person's gonna come, it's gonna hit you. And when it happens, you just gotta just cherish that, because love is a beautiful thing.
Well, if you ask me, I believe that taking the time out to learn the people that you want to love is the best way to ensure your chances on keeping them around. Showing love to somebody in the way that they want it will take you further than you ever believe. Love isn't supposed to be rushed, so just take your time. Befriend them and pay attention to the little things that they're sharing with you. Also, remember that you have to learn yourself as well to make sure that you're taken care of too. It's cool to make others feel wanted and cherished, but you deserve that same energy and nothing less. That's all we have for DBYT today. I want to thank everybody who tuned in this week. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _SENIH. That's _Sanai. If you have any comments, suggestions, topics, or questions, feel free to hit me up on my socials. Tune in next week where we'll bring in a new artist to the underground. I'm Taisha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue.